Are you a normal mom? Like a normal parent? Do your kids say, why can't you just be like all the other moms? That's the situation that I am in right now.
Are we live?
Yes, we're live.
Okay, cool. So the question is, are we a normal parent? Are you a normal parent?
No, apparently I'm not, according to my son, Andy.
Right.
After his baseball game.
Would any kid say that their parent is normal? Probably not.
I think I might have said that my mother was a normal mom.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I would say she was normal after she got remarried.
Okay.
And when she got remarried, like she was staying at home then. I was in high school and, she was like at home cooking things and like doing the normal mom stuff.
But your kids say that you are not normal.
And they complain about it. Yes.
So, I mean, to me, normal is relative. What do you define normal as being?
Oh.
What do they define normal?
No, you
know what I would ask your kids?
That's a bad spot you're putting me in.
No, you know what I would ask your kids is I would say, okay, what's a normal mom? I don't necessarily agree that I want to be a normal mom, but please enlighten me. What does it mean to be a normal mom?
I think they want me to just be more calm and like level. And just be like, that's very good, Johnny. You did a good job.
And instead
of games, I'm like, come on, you need to play like this is game 7 of the World Series. Let's go. Let's hustle it, So
and that's embarrassing to them. Correct?
Yes, but he likes it. I'm allowed to say certain things, and then they laugh. Or like when my son is up to bat, he allows me to say, go Bubba. Because that's what I call him.
Really? That's pretty cool.
All right, Bubba, come on, Bubba. Like I got like a way of saying it that's okay. But when I was like all decked out for his all-star game, I had like my all-star shirt on, and like matching outfit, and decorated the car,
right.
and I'm like sitting there, and I bring a glove just in case I could catch his home run, something like that. And I walked by, and I had my glove in my hand and a bucket of balls, and like, you want to do some extra batting practice? He's like, why can't you be just a normal mom?
I love it. Okay.
But
I love it, though. I think maybe you're not being a normal mom. But what does normal mean? Now, here is my perspective. There's a lot of parents who aren't involved in their kids' sports or their kids' activities, period, or their kids' lives, period.
And I'm over-involved.
Are you overly involved? I don't think you're
Is there such a thing?
I don't
as
think
being overly
you don't
involved?
want to be a helicopter parent, and you don't want to be too invasive into their lives. You want to respect their privacy and their boundaries, right?
Right.
So do you feel like you're going past the line? Do you think you're pushing any boundaries or you're being invasive?
No.
I think you're just being enthusiastic.
I
think, when what you can tell them is, you know what? You'll appreciate it when you're older. You'll appreciate it when you're older.
Well, because, when he's going up for that job interview or he's in college and he's going to take a tough test, he's going to remember all those times that mom believed in him. And he's going to have that confidence. Like, I feel like we are building confidence in our children every single day. And he's going to know, like, just like when I went up to bat, my mom yelled, "Smack it, Bubba."
Feel free to use that in your own family games and activities.
Come on, smack it, Bubba. My mom would yell that stuff, and she would show up for me. But there's oftentimes, like, his dad's not super involved in his baseball. Yeah. So after...
You got to make up for it.
I do. So I do double duty.
Exactly.
I think that's what I do. And I show up at, like, after practice. Mm-hmm. And I'll bring a bucket of balls, and we'll do more batting practice, and I'll be out there throwing the ball to him so his coach sees that he's working even harder than everybody else.
Wow.
Which also makes me not a normal mom.
Right. But, like I said, the other side, and even who said it? Anne agrees with us. I think low-key kids love when we cheer, because I feel for the kids who don't have anyone show up. And you're there, Amanda. You're at the games, and you know that there's
practice.
Yes, you know there's kids playing, and you know that there are parents that don't show up to the games. The kids get dropped off. I've seen it in my own life.
Yep.
I've seen it. I've seen the friends and the family members whose parents are not involved or they don't care, and it affects kids. It does affect them. They need supportive parents, even if it might embarrass them a little bit. even if it makes them a little uncomfortable. And if you want to call them abnormal parents because they're enthusiastic, I don't care. I had a friend, I remember when I used to play baseball and football, he owned the local video store in our little town.
Big time.
And he was the big supporter. He paid for everything, and he was there. He was shouting and yelling, and his kid might have been a little embarrassed. But, we respected that dad. We respected him because he was all in. He was all in. And that's what we need more in our culture. We need parents that are all in.
Thank you.
150%, not just 100%, 150%. Because sometimes maybe they're a single parent. Maybe they don't have both parents. And so
you have to
absolutely.
counteract.
You know what? I want God to be over involved in my life. Okay? I do.
Right. That's true.
I do. If you want to call God an abnormal parent, fine. I'm all in for that. If you want to call parents abnormal for being that way, fine. Whatever. I don't care. It's better to be safe than sorry. I'd rather side on being overly involved.
I love that. I love it. We completely agree. Hey, mark down one time we completely agree about something.
What are you talking about? We agree all the time.
Awesome.
We just don't talk about politics.
We don't. But the other thing that sometimes, do you ever embarrass yourself as a parent? Let me ask you, what do you think? Do you ever go above and beyond and you think, oh, maybe I did a little bit too much? Because that sometimes happens to me.
Like what? Explain
car.
that to me.
Look at my car in the parking lot right now. Like, it's fine. That all the parents, they write on the cars for All-Stars and for your kid's game, like the number. And there's like my cute little black sports car has like all this kid art all over it. And it's fine when I'm driving to a baseball game. But then when I'm dressed up for work and I'm driving towards downtown to work, part of me is like, man, the people are be like, there's that mom. There's that crazy one.
Why?
And she's parked in the parking lot,
Why is that crazy, though? I disagree with you. I don't think it is crazy. I think it's normal to be enthusiastic because I see it all the time.
Yeah.
I see it all the time. Whether you see it on a bumper sticker where it says, I'm proud of my student who goes to, Capital Christian School or whatever, or my student's an honor student or whatever. It's normal for parents to be proud of their kids. Okay? I don't know why we are thinking that is not normal. Kids, of course, it's going to be normal for kids to be embarrassed by their kids. I don't care.
Their parents.
Right. If you weren't enthusiastic, then they would say the same thing. They'd say, Mom, why can't you be a normal mom? I think that's just default kid response.
Yes.
Anne said, yes, your kids have to see you embarrassing. Oh, man, we're getting some response, so I'm getting a little confused. Let me go back to Christy.
Okay.
Christy says, I'll probably be that type of mom when my kids get older. And I agree. I will probably be that parent as well. I will embarrass my kids, and I'm all about it. My wife can be the mellow one who stays out of sight and doesn't say anything. Right now, my kids are not embarrassed when I'm enthusiastic and I act goofy. I've been to their classrooms.
They're 4 and 7.
Right. Yeah. They love when I entertain the class and be goofy. They're proud of it. When I come to their school, they're like, that's my dad there. They are super proud. I'm sure as years progress, they're going to start to get a little bit more, well, Dad, I got it. You don't need to come to my class. I'm sure
wait for this
that's going to be. And that'll be heartbreaking for me, for sure. It'll be heartbreaking.
I cried when my daughter Emily said that she didn't want me at career day at her school. And then she goes, oh, well, you can come, but just don't tell anybody that I'm your daughter. I was like, oh.
Wow. Yeah.
Why not? Just nobody, because at that age, middle school, they just don't want to be noticed. Nobody make me stand out for anything.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm going to stand out and be loud because it's not like I'm building a Major League Baseball player up, okay? I'm building up a man.
Right. Correct.
And daughters and women.
Yes.
That I am building him up to know that he is valued and he is strong and hard work gets him good things and he should feel confident in himself.
Right.
That's what I feel like this is building for him.
Exactly. And this is kind of negative, but we have a friend whose son is involved in baseball.
Okay.
And his dad, who has challenges and issues in his life, showed up one day and was intoxicated.
Oh, no.
And so you have that type of embarrassment as well. And I would take your type of embarrassment any day. And I think, what was I going to say? And I've had a brain fart. because I forgot.
Because you thought about that moment.
Because I thought of that moment.
That would be really hard.
Yeah. And I think, this is what I was going to say. Is how kids can sometimes be embarrassed, teenagers, I will say, be embarrassed by their parents. Well, sometimes, it goes the other way as well, where parents can be embarrassed by the way our kids are behaving in public. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we need to have those conversations where, you know what? And this would be extremely mean, and I would never say this to my kids. I would never say, why can't you just be normal kids? I would never say that, but can you imagine?
Right.
Can you imagine that? But there are times when we want our kids to behave a certain way, but I think we had this discussion yesterday, but sometimes we understand that kids are going to be kids and they're going to be goofy and they're going to disobey us. And we understand that.
Wear mismatched clothes to church and I think they look amazing. And it's everything in me to not say, I think you want to change that outfit right there. Yes, I probably have made that mistake in the past, especially when it comes to the clothes.
Right.
That one's hard.
So we just need to have a little grace for each other, kids and parents.
Yes.
Let us be who we are, especially as parents. Appreciate that your parents are involved, because as we see in our culture, there's so many parents who are not, and just accept that, your kids are going to be embarrassed, but they may say something, but deep down inside, they're proud and they appreciate it.
Yes. I agree. He knows that I'm there, and he knows that he can count on me.
Yeah. And it's not like he is having these sit-down conversations with Mom. Let's talk about your behavior at the game.
No.
It's more like, off the fly, hey, I get you be a normal mom. Blah, blah. And, he thinks that, but deep down, he knows that he's proud of your enthusiasm. I'm proud of your enthusiasm. I think it's great. I think it's something to be proud of. And, I bet you there's other parents that, and I'll throw this word out, that are jealous.
Eyes at me?
No, that are jealous. That are like, man, I wish I could be more like Amanda and just be all in like that. And I'm not good at sports, and I wish I could practice with my kids, but I'm not athletically inclined and all that. And she's all in, and I wish I could go to all his games and all his practices like she's able to. So there's always different sides of the coin. Mm-hmm. And I think, to throw out the term normal is just bad in any situation. There's never a normal, okay? Normal is just not a good word, I don't think.
You know what's funny is I remember this phrase. I grew up near Normal, Illinois. Believe it or not, I forgot. There was this Twin Cities, Bloomington, Normal. I went to Bloomington High School, and it was like Rockland, Roseville. That's like one town, right? And one side was Normal, Illinois. The other side was Bloomington, Illinois. And our high school always had this says, why be normal when you can be Bloomington?
I like that.
And it's like, why be normal when you can be an over-the-top, extreme, loving parent that is instilling confidence in your children? That's what I want to do, not caring about what other people think about my over-the-top outfit at the game with my hat that matches all the kids, or whether it's my over-the-top car. So, or my over-the-top boasting on social media about my children.
Yeah.
Right?
Christy says, my daughter is 5 and she loves to be at the center of attention. She loved when Daddy was on the radio because she wants to be on the radio. That's so cool. Hey, have your daughter call us up. We would love to have her on the radio.
Yes.
That would be our honor, our privilege. Last thing I will say, I don't know of any normal person that's made an impact in this world. It's the abnormal people that change the world and make an impact. That's what I want my kids. That's what I want, and those aren't normal people.
I don't think fired.
You know what?
Matt.
I don't think.
Cry.
I'll have to check with God on this just to confirm. But if I asked him, God, did you ever make a normal person? I don't think he would say yes. I don't think God would say no. I never made a normal person.
Yeah. No. He just wants us to be ourselves.
Right.
Be free to
who
be
he
you.
made us to be. That's right.
Amen. All right. Have a great day.
You guys don't have. Are we still on?
Yes.
I would say after this sermon, you're off the hook for church on Sunday. Just tell your pastor, hey, we got a sermon from Matt and Amanda on Thursday.
Have a fantastic day today. We'll see you tomorrow, Sacramento.